Huawei and Xiaomi are two tech giants that comes to mind when it comes to smartphones. Recently, Xiaomi released their selfie-centric smartphone on their Redmi series, namely the Xiaomi Redmi S2. Meanwhile, Huawei keeps on innovating on their products, which is why this company has been getting huge in every smartphone release. Now that we have the two budget smartphones, let's compare the two to see which will rule the budget smartphone category. Here is the comparison of the Huawei Nova 2 Lite and the Xiaomi Redmi S2. Hey guys, this is Daniel from Manila Shaker. The Huawei Nova 2 Lite and the Xiaomi Redmi S2 both sports a tall all-screen display. The Redmi S2 sports an all-metal body, whereas the sides of the Nova 2 Lite is made of metal and it also has a plastic cover on its back. Both smartphones are not prone to fingerprints, but that doesn't really matter because nowadays, whenever you buy a smartphone, it comes with a clear phone case. The back panel of the Huawei Nova 2 Lite has a horizontally aligned dual camera lens with a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner and its brand at the bottom portion of the phone. The same goes with the Xiaomi Redmi S2 except for the vertically aligned dual camera setup as well as the antenna lines at the top and bottom. At the bottom, we'll see a speaker grill and USB 2.0 charging port, although the difference between the two is that the headphone jack of the Xiaomi Redmi S2 is placed at the top. Moving on to the sides, we'll see the power button, volume rockers, and SIM tray on both handsets. Although both phones have a nice design, I prefer the Nova 2 Lite over the Xiaomi Redmi S2. Its design was sophisticated, which is what I liked about it. In terms of display, these two are similar from screen size to screen resolution. The Huawei Nova 2 Lite features a 5.99-inch display with a screen resolution of 720 by 1440, which is the same with the Redmi S2. However, the Redmi S2 comes with a IPS LCD display, whereas the Nova 2 Lite has their very own Huawei Full View display. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 is a little heavier, weighing 170 grams, with a dimension of 160.7 by 77.3 by 8.1 mm compared with the Nova 2 Lite's 155 grams weight and dimensions of 158.3 by 76.7 by 7.8 mm. As I was using the two smartphones, I noticed that the Huawei Nova 2 Lite screen is not as vibrant as the Xiaomi Redmi S2, although there is an option where we can customize the screen color, so that would probably be a solution to this. Going to the optics, the Huawei Nova 2 Lite is equipped with a 13MP plus 2MP dual lenses with PDAF and LED flash, while the Xiaomi Redmi S2 has a main camera of 12MP plus 5MP with gyro EIS, face detection autofocus, and an LED flash. As for the front-facing camera, the Xiaomi Redmi S2 definitely won this part since it has 16MP lenses that comes with HDR, LED flash, and artificial intelligence. On the other hand, the Huawei Nova 2 Lite has an 8MP front camera with soft LED flash and beautification mode. These sample shots were taken in HDR mode. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 is looking pretty sharp in this photo, rendering solid colors. Unlike the Huawei Nova 2 Lite, the light beside the jar in Redmi S2's shot isn't scattered, so obviously, the Redmi S2's HDR here is better compared to the Nova 2 Lite. At first glance, these two photos looks like it was taken on the same phone. But if you look closely, there are subtle difference in color vibrancy. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 has a more vibrant color than the Huawei Nova 2 Lite, although it produced more shadows than the Nova 2 Lite. The Redmi S2 still won in this category. Although these photos were not taken using HDR, the smartphone still made sure that the colors are still popping. Both photos are good, although the Huawei Nova 2 Lite seems to be on the cool side, whereas the Redmi is on the warm side of this photo. Upon browsing all the photos that we took, we noticed the difference in tones. Just like what I've mentioned earlier, these two are on opposite sides of tones. On this daylight photo, the Huawei Nova 2 Lite photo has a higher exposure than the Redmi S2. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 also has a different contrast level, leaving the leaves even greener than the other one. Well, I can say that these two proved that budget smartphones are also leveling up in terms of mobile camera game. There's really a thin line between the two in terms of colors on this photo. Looking closely, you'll see that the subject's skin and clothes are the most noticeable change. The Nova 2 Lite got the subject's skin a little yellowish, whereas the Redmi S2 got it close to accurate. Let's move on to selfies. You'll see that the Redmi S2's camera works fine under fluorescent lighting. Meanwhile, the Nova 2 Lite produced a photo that looks soft using its front camera. It's like you used a beauty mode on a level 2. I went outside to see if the photos will improve under ambient lighting. The details are getting good in the subject's face. However, the photos are overexposed, especially on the Huawei Nova 2 Lite. When I used the beauty modes on these 4 photos, I didn't like how it came out because it was obvious that the photo was tweaked to enhance your selfies. Aside from that, it seems that everything in the photo is overexposed, which isn't good. On the other hand, we can't really demand for an outstanding camera for a budget smartphone. On low lighting, the Xiaomi Redmi S2 produced a decent selfie while still showing the half of the subject's face. Meanwhile, the Nova 2 Lite still tried its best to give a good shot, although it's not as clear as the Redmi S2. Lastly, on this night shot, you'll see that the Xiaomi Redmi S2 has a better shot compared to the Huawei Nova 2 Lite. In regards to the Huawei Nova 2 Lite shot, I was shocked because there's nothing except the light, so I did a second attempt and it came out the same as my first photo. Overall, we cannot blame that it doesn't get outstanding photos because they're not like high-end phones that can take almost professional photos. So all of these are forgivable. Listening to these two, the Xiaomi Redmi S2 is louder, although both phones can actually produce sounds that are loud enough to play music or watch movies in a standard room. You can listen to it for yourselves here. Using these two can last you a day of internet browsing and playing music. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 is packed with a slightly bigger battery capacity of 3080 mAh, whereas the Huawei Nova 2 Lite has an exactly 3000 mAh battery juice. The Nova 2 Lite lasted for 8 to 10 hours of playing games, taking pictures, social media browsing, and chatting, while the Xiaomi Redmi S2 lasted almost 10 hours of purely watching YouTube videos with a little social media browsing. As I was using the two, I unconsciously enjoyed watching a lot of videos using the Xiaomi Redmi S2 because of its tall screen. On the other hand, I liked the feeling of Nova 2 Lite on my hand because it's not that heavy, so I spent a couple of hours playing games on this phone. Upon browsing through the settings of the Xiaomi Redmi S2, an option that says the second disc caught my eye. It's like you have a fresh new phone when navigating on the other side. This feature isn't present in the Xiaomi Redmi S2. In regards to the security features, the Huawei Nova 2 Lite surprisingly got an update that comes with the Face Unlock feature, which isn't available in the Xiaomi Redmi S2. In addition to this, we also enjoyed playing games on the Nova 2 Lite. However, when I turned it on full screen display, the Mortal Kombat X game was cropped on the upper part. I got worried that it will stay like that on the entire game, but I was relieved that it was just on the loading screen. Going back to the display, both have their own services to offer the users. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 has eye comfort, while the Huawei Nova 2 Lite has their contrast and color. The Huawei's UI looked even better and more organized. It took me a long time to find a certain option using the Xiaomi Redmi S2. So, if you just got a Xiaomi phone that you're not yet familiarized with, then it will be difficult to find certain options at first. Under the hood, the Xiaomi Redmi S2 is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 along with an Adreno 506 GPU, which is higher than the Huawei Nova 2 Lite's Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 processor with an Adreno 505 GPU. In terms of their operating system, the Redmi S2 has the latest Android 8.1 version, while the Nova 2 Lite has the Android 8.0 version. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 carries two RAM and storage variants. These are 4GB of RAM plus 64GB of internal storage, and 3GB of RAM plus 32GB of internal storage. On the other hand, the Huawei Nova 2 Lite carries 3GB of RAM plus 32GB of internal storage, which can be expanded using microSD cards. Playing on both phones are fine, though there are hiccups when starting the game on the Redmi S2. On my fourth attempt, it went smoothly at last. Meanwhile, while using the Nova 2 Lite, I didn't encounter any problems. On my end, it's fine to play high graphics game but make sure that other apps aren't running so that lags won't happen. The two devices have decent camera, specs, battery, and more. The Huawei Nova 2 Lite and the Xiaomi Redmi S2 can compete with other budget smartphones in the industry. So, if you're on a tight budget and don't want to splurge your money but have a good phone, then these two are recommended to be one of your choices. Once again, this has been Daniel from Manila Shaker. Please don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and to subscribe if you wanna see more. Thanks for watching!